Okay, there's this soap. It looks like there's every time and every season where a soap just pops up and begin to trend and it becomes the order of the day. So a few months back it was Koji San. And then now the era is almost over, right? Okay, now another new one, another new boss is turmeric and honey soup. A lot of people speak about this soup like a miracle soup. It does wonders. It can convert a terrible skin to a glass skin. Okay. And so I decided to check it out and see what it looks like. Okay, before I did that, I went through some reviews. There are always the good, the bad, and the ugly side of things. You see, one thing with turmeric is the fact that it's a very beautiful anti-inflammatory ingredient that can be used not only for skincare, even health purposes and wellness as well. But for skincare purposes, in as much as turmeric is one of the best herbs, I'll put in among the set of herbs, it's not for everyone. hmm And then the honey in combination as well, it's not for everyone. Honey is awesome, it's a humectant, and to me, it's not like honey in a handmade soup. It's so special. I'm a soap maker myself. I have a handmade soap. This is a handmade soap from my product line, though it's sealed already. But I have one that I'm going to later use for sample purposes to elaborate more on soaps, using of soaps on the face. Um, our skin is most comfortable in a, will I say, slightly acidic medium, meaning our skin is can actually tolerate acidity from 4 to 6, but the most favorable is 4.5 to 5.5, especially for stay on products. Maybe for rinsed products, our skin can actually take the alkaline route, but um, a certain level of balance has to be added on the skin ASAP. Some people are very lucky, especially younger skin, yeah, whereby their skin has the ability to quickly revert itself back to a comfortable acid mantle. And hence the reason why there was once upon a time to the buzz of black soap, and people decided to realize that black soap wasn't meant for everyone. Basically, it's the fact that it is highly alkaline. And handmade soaps are made from caustic soda, also known as sodium hydroxide, which also happens to be alkaline. So things like this might not necessarily be for everyone. And like I was saying earlier, honey in handmade soaps, I would consider it a foaming booster, like a foam booster for handmade soaps, right? I wouldn't really emphasize so much on the humectant value, especially when we're still talking about handmade soaps, because the humectant value of handmade soaps is obviously from the byproducts of the natural oils that were added in that handmade soap. Let me just digress a little bit. There are two methods of soap making. We have the cold process soap making, and then we also have the hot process soap making. And cold process soap making is usually made with sodium hydroxide in combination with oils and then water. Sodium hydroxide is also known as lye. So when you hear me speak about lye, Lye, it's also that is what it is also called. It's also called caustic soda. But meanwhile, we have potassium soda, which most of the time potassium soda is the form of lye used in hot process soap. Now, hot process soap does not pass through the, okay, it does, but the fact that the heat was added into the soap making process has accelerated the process of the soap making, thereby making the saponification time very little. But in the case of cold processed soap, it is allowed to pass through that process gradually by itself to get to that end point where, so that is why you see the cold processed soap needs to be kept for 4 to 6 weeks to cure and to be suitable for use on the skin. as against the hot process one that the heat has already accelerated the process and ASAP, right? But in as much as that, I still advise you to still keep hot processed soap for like a week or so, just for it to like kind of dry out, so that when using it, it's not going to easily melt. Am I talking too much? Actually, I'm here to review the ingredient list of turmeric and honey soap. It's pretty much simple. Coconut oil, aqua, that is water, then sodium hydroxide, then there's fragrance, which is really a no for me actually. Then there's turmeric extract, there's titanium dioxide, there's ethylene, diamine, tetra acetate acid, also known as EDTA. Then there's salicylic acid, then there's butylated hydroxyl Toluene, then there's C1 15985, C1 19140. Those are oxides. Those are coloring. So which means the yellow color you're seeing in the turmeric soap is not necessarily from the turmeric yellow itself. There's extra color, which is not a bad thing. Okay, these colors are also known as oxide. They're also known as mica powders. Yeah, they're actually natural. The downside for me is the fragrance basically. Aside from that, this list is very okay. And here's the reason why in the review people said it helped with acne, for the fact that there's salicylic acid present in the soap. So obviously it's going to help with acne. Titanium dioxide is going in there basically to also help boost the coloring system of that soap, as well as I would say titanium dioxide has slight sun protection property, but I wouldn't take it seriously in a soap, right? I wouldn't take it seriously, but basically titanium dioxide, for we soap makers, we add it to help boost the color of our soaps. So then the turmeric extract itself, then coconut oil. Now that is the point for me. That coconut oil soap is going to have very high foaming ability, and obviously from the ingredient review you could see that, yes, from the products review I mean, you could see that there's that foaming ability. Now coconut oil soaps foam very well, which tends to have high drying property, in as much as it's going to have a really high fatty acid, which as a soap maker, fatty acids, the fatty super fat, I mean, sorry, the super fat in soap making honestly should not go beyond 10. Even at even tilting towards the 10 can even really be of disadvantage to people that have dry skin. But the problem with coconut oil soaps, they have high um, super fats. I don't know what I'm saying is making sense. It has high super fat, which is not advisable for a bathing soap, going even as far as using it on the face. That was the same thing that was the same formula, similar formula, not the same though, similar formula with Kojisan that's destroyed a lot of people's skin barrier, plus the fact that kojic acid might not necessarily be friendly for everyone. I'm surprised they said a turmeric and honey soap, but I can't find honey in this ingredient list. And hence the reason why I tell you having honey in a soap to me is not a big deal, right? Because it's not going in there to have any humectant property. Rather, it could help with some foaming property. But a coconut oil soap that already has a good foaming ability, and then the soap is doing what it does for some people, because there were positive and negative results. You know, some of the causes of acne is deaths on the face. Yes, sometimes from even makeup that is not properly taken out, sunscreen that is also not properly taken out, then dust and dirt from the environment. When it's settled on the skin and it's not properly washed off, it can actually cause acne, especially for people that have oily skin. For someone that has oily skin, most likely can enjoy the benefit of the soap, right? And I don't know if I spoke about all the ingredients, which for me basically the main three or yeah ingredients for me that are more important, or four let me add, plus the turmeric extract, since it's the turmeric and honey soap, is obviously the coconut oil, then water, sodium hydroxide. The fragrance, like I said earlier, is a down for me. Then the turmeric extract. So it's possible for it to clear acne for some people, to help with beautiful benefits, antiseptic. I see some people, yeah. Okay, turmeric can have also antiseptic property, like I said, antibacterial, antiseptic. But to me, I'm not condemning the soup. I have nothing against the soup. If anything, is an awesome soup, right? But should be used for the body. I wouldn't really recommend it for the face for everyone. Okay, I just came here to do a little practical. Now, like I said, I have a handmade soap and I have a face wash. I have a soap here that I've already opened, so I'll use this for the practical that I'm about to do now. The reason why it is much more advisable to use face washes over bar soaps, especially bar soaps with caustic soda in them, sodium hydroxide. But when you have cleansing bar, those ones are made with surfactants that resembles the surfactants that we use in making face washes. Example of some of these bars, cleansing bars, are like the Olay is a good one. Yeah, even Baby Johnson, when I looked at the ingredient list as well, is also a good one that could be used on the face. Then Dove. In as much as I don't know, recent someone told me that Dove was a product that was being banned. I don't know how true it is that they found out that there was an ingredient in it that wasn't suitable, that was cancerous or carcinogenic. Someone was telling me that information goes around all the time. But those cleansing bars made out of surfactants that are alike with the surfactants that we use, that's anionic surfactants and zooeteronic surfactants, are okay to be used on the face. But something with caustic soda, sodium hydroxide, lye, no, it's a no for the face. You have to be very careful, especially if you have a dry skin or a combination skin like myself. Okay, so I am going to test this. I'm going to first put the soap inside water because obviously the water is what is going to stimulate. You know, one thing about pH, I don't know if you're interested in me doing a video about pH, you just drop it in the comment section and I'm going to do that soap. I'm going to do that video by God's grace. So this soap now, I've wet it inside water, of course, to activate the pH system of it. I don't know if you guys can see it from my camera. On the scale of 1 to 14, I wish I could do this practical with the turmeric soap, but honestly, I don't want to buy something that's, well, but for it to have caustic soda and with no surfactants, and as a soap maker, I can tell what exactly it is. Okay, this soap has a pH of 9, which is not going to be suitable for your face, especially when you have a sensitive skin or you have a damaged skin barrier. I don't know if you can see it, or you have a damaged skin barrier. An alkaline soap is a huge no. Like seriously? Yes, like seriously. Now let me check the pH of the face wash. And the thing about bar soaps is that you can't uh, balance the pH. Meanwhile, can you see this is a lovely acidic pH. I wanted to say something, but just keep my memory. I don't know if you can see this one here now. Yay! Can you see? And this is a face wash. Let me check the pH on the scale of 1 to 14. And some of you might want to say, yeah, there's salicylic acid. Yes, salicylic acid is a very special acid that can actually function even in an alkaline condition. Yeah. And there's also an antioxidant I noticed in the ingredient list, which is at the bottom, obviously as an antioxidant, the BHT. Yeah, the BHT, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's there. So that one is an antioxidant to help the soap not to. But a soap with sodium hydroxide with an alkaline pH, honestly, well, the antioxidant is still nice. The BHT, right? That is the butylated hydroxyl toluene. It's serving as antioxidants to preserve some of the ingredients that are there. Now, this is an awesome 5. I wish you can see it. It's an awesome 5 on the pH scale. So obviously, using a face wash is going to be much more convenient for you over a bar soap. So it's a 50-50. You can see the difference. This is the bar soap with sodium hydroxide, and this is the face wash with organic surfactant. So using um, bar soaps with caustic soda or sodium hydroxide on the face might not be favorable for everybody. So this turmeric and honey soap, it's not going to be suitable for all skin types. So when you see it being projected as a golden product, just be careful. Know your skin. I can't use that on my face because I have a combination skin where the outer part of my skin is dry and the inner part is oily. So if I use soaps like this honey and turmeric and honey soap, the outer part of my face is going to suffer. So I don't want this video to be too long. It's already 16 minutes. Thank you so much. If you like what I do here, feel free to subscribe. I'm open to ingredient list review, basically. So thank you so much, and hope to see you in the video soon. Bye.